The ocean was black. That night, not the peaceful kind of black. The kind that hides secrets. Petty Officer First Class Daniel Reaper Hayes stood at the edge of the transport boat, his boots planted firm against the metal deck. The salt wind hit his face as the team moved silently toward hostile territory. No one spoke. They didn't need to. They were U.S. Navy SEALs, and tonight, they were ghosts. Somewhere deep inside a hostile coastal city, an American CIA asset was trapped, compromised, surrounded. Time was running out. If they didn't extract him before sunrise, he would disappear forever. Reaper checked his rifle. Safety off, heart steady. But inside he was tired. Not of war, of missing home. His daughter, Lily, had turned 7 last week. He had watched her birthday through a blurry video call from a classified base somewhere in the Middle East. "Daddy, are you coming home soon?" She had asked Smil. "Soon, baby girl. I promise." But promises are dangerous things in war. The boat slowed. The team slipped into the freezing water. No splash. No noise. They swam like shadows. Toward the docks. Above them, enemy patrol lights scanned lazily across the pier. Reaper signaled with 2 fingers. Move. They climbed silently, neutralizing 2 guards in seconds. Quick, clean, professional. This wasn't their first mission, but something felt different tonight. Too quiet. They moved through narrow alleyways, using night vision. Broken buildings, graffiti, burned cars. Then gunfire exploded from the rooftops. Ambush contact. LEFT, someone shouted. Bullets sparked off concrete. Reaper dropped behind cover and returned fire with controlled bursts. His training took over. Years of brutal conditioning. Bud S. Hell Week. The freezing surf. The exhaustion. This was why he endured it. Not for glory. For the man next to him. For the flag on his shoulder. They reached the safe house. Door breached. Inside, the CIA asset was wounded, but alive. But so were the enemies. Close quarters combat erupted. Muzzle flashes lit the dark room like lightning. Reaper tackled one hostile, fighting hand to hand. The man reached for a pistol. Reaper was faster. Silence. Heavy breathing. Blood on the floor. Package secured. The team leader called, but outside, engines roared. More enemy trucks were arriving. The extraction point had changed. Too hot. They needed to move to the rooftop for emergency helo pickup. But the stairwell was exposed. Someone had to hold the alley. Reaper didn't hesitate. "I'll cover." His best friend, Chief Marcus Cole, grabbed his vest. "Not alone." Reaper shook his head. "You've got a son. Get them out." For a second, time froze. God. Just understanding. Marcus nodded once. Respect. Reaper took position behind a concrete barrier. Enemy fighters flooded the street. He fired with precision. 1 down, 2 done, 3. Rounds were running low. Explosions echoed. Smoke filled the alley. His earpiece crackled. 30 seconds to extraction. 30 seconds. He thought of Lily, her tiny hand holding his. Her laugh. Her voice. "Daddy, are you a superhero?" He had laughed. "No, baby. Just doing my job." But right now, he felt like he was standing between darkness and the men he loved. A grenade landed nearby. He kicked it away just before it exploded. The blast knocked him down, ringing in his ears, busy and blurry, but he forced himself up. One last magazine. He stepped into the open to draw enemy fire away from the building. Rounds hit his vest. Pain. But he kept firing. Above him, the helicopter thundered into position. Rope down. Team ascending. "Reaper, move!" Marcus shouted. Over comes Reaper looked up at the sky. The American flag patch on his shoulder was torn. He smiled faintly. Mission accomplished. He turned to move another burst of gunfire. Duh. Darkness. Three months later, Arlington National Cemetery. Rows of white headstones under a quiet blue sky. Marcus stood in dress uniform beside a small girl holding her mother's hand, Lily. She placed a folded drawing at the base of the headstone. It showed a stick figure soldier with a cape. Above it, written in crayon, "My daddy, my hero." Marcus knelt beside her. "He saved a lot of people that night." He sighed softly. Lily looked up. "I know." She smiled bravely. "Superhéroes don't always come home, but they always win." The wind moved gently through the cemetery, and somewhere, beyond the noise of war, there was peace.